The clean sheet as well tonight. So that is your Premier League weekend complete. They saw those 5 games on Saturday, including that record-breaking one for James Milner in Brighton's win. 2 points dropped for Chelsea. West Ham got a draw. Manchester City beating Newcastle by 2-1. Big win for Palace on Sunday. A late one for the reigning champions Liverpool at Nottingham Forest. Forest still just 2 points above the drop zone. Sunderland losing for the second time at home this season, this time to Fulham. The headline win from Arsenal against Spurs, and Manchester United in their first visit to Hill Dickinson win by 1-0. So all change, as we've seen at the top of the table. The 5-point lead for Arsenal, but City, of course, do have a game in hand. Manchester United tonight up to 48. They're 3 clear of Chelsea and Liverpool. They're now only 3 behind Aston Villa, who they've still to play. Everton, incidentally, stay in the top 9 on 37 points. Looking bleak for Wolves. Burnley as well, still 8 points away from safety. West Ham are back in the fight, though, just 2 points behind Forest. Spurs only 4 above the drop zone, and Leeds United's cushion is 6. But as I say, 3 clean sheets in 6 games now for Manchester United and their goalkeeper, Senna Lammens, who's waiting to speak to us live from Hill Dickinson Stadium. Senna, very well done. Another clean sheet. How big a win is that for you boys tonight?
Yeah, it's probably one of the most important wins this season. We knew, 2 weeks off, 1 week no game, that it was going to be a difficult one. To get back in the rhythm, to get back in the last five games, get that winning streak going again. So yeah, it was really important today. Also feel a little bit sour the home loss against them. So we wanted to prove something today as well. I think our game wasn't the best. We could have been better with the ball, but yeah, if you work hard and as a team, if you defend well, we have players on top who can help us out. And like you said, Benjamin, who comes in and who helps us out again, is really important for us.
Yeah, that's him at one end of the pitch. You say about defending well. I mean, how many questions did Everton ask you in particular with those amazing corners? 9 of them in the second half. What was that like with all those players in front of you?
Yeah, it's starting to get a lot. I mean, yeah, they're trying stuff to hinder me to not get to the ball, so I understand that as well. But like you see on here, it's starting to get a little bit much because I can't even be on the pitch. I have to be inside my own goal. So I think that's when it starts to get a little bit too much. But yeah, it's also difficult for the referees. I understand that, but I'm really happy that I could still help the team, even though it was really difficult today on those corners.
Senna, it's Michael Owen. Congratulations. Another good performance from you. You seem to bring a real calming influence as well to this Manchester United back four, the team in general. Is that just your character? Is that something that you work on, or does it come naturally?
It's a bit of both, I think. It's also naturally my character is a little bit more calm and relaxed and ease. I mean, relaxed is the wrong word because I'm always ready and for everything. But I think that's also very important for me as a goalkeeper. You have to bring calmness and rest and good feeling to your defense, so they know they can trust you. So yeah, I would say it's a bit of both.
Zelly, Ashley Young here. Just want to say congratulations on the win tonight. Obviously, you've got a settled back four in front of you. Does that bring you a lot of confidence to have a settled back four? You know, not too many changes, chopping and changes. You've got a formation there of a settled, you know, like I say, the back four. Does that give you a lot of confidence going into the games?
Yeah, I think we got a lot of good players, but like you said, I think the beginning of the season was a little bit in and out. Some people getting injured, not really getting the rhythm going with the same back four. So I think with the last couple of games, we've had almost the same back four now with Lenny today. But still, yeah, you can feel the togetherness, the trust in each other, and just the way we defend together and how much pride we take in it, just defending our goal. And then it's still our players up top who have to make the difference, but we know we trust. We know our job is very important, so that's why we take pride in, yeah.
And just finally, Senna, can you feel the belief, the confidence? I mean, 16 points from 18 under Micheil Carrick.
Yeah, like I said, we had a really good stretch going, really good stretch of 5 games. So we knew today was going to be really massive to continue that streak and continue that good feeling. We want to chase those above us. So I think today we did a really good job, and now we have to keep going. the belief is there, the feeling is good, so we just have to keep going. And like I said before as well, it's not always the best game, the best way of playing or with the ball, but if you work hard like this and if you defend together, you can win every game, especially with our kind of group.
Well, listen, very well done on your clean sheet and the win. Thanks very much indeed for talking to us.
Thank you. Bye-bye, see you guys.
That is Senna Lamans live on Merseyside for you. You fancy playing in front of him, that calming influence that Michael was talking about?
Yeah, of course, definitely. It'd be really nice to, have a goalkeeper like that as just calm and
it has been a problem position for United prior to his arrival.
It has been. It has been a problem for a long while. When you've got a keeper that wants to do his job, he wants to catch the ball, he wants to punch the ball. He's kicking it at times. He's not making silly mistakes. You've got confidence in the keeper that's behind you. As a back four, that's all you need.
Yeah, really impressive. I mean, because you say it's been a problem position, it has been, and I think they've almost stumbled on Lamans in many ways.
Well, you say stumbled. Let's give some credit to the recruitment team, because he went under the... I mean, the day he signed, I text Peter Schmeichel. Do you know what Peter Schmeichel said? And he watches goalkeepers everywhere. He said, I've never heard of him, Steve. Well, they've heard of him now. I mean, he's on that list. The first four were all hugely influential in that win tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that now has turned... I mean, if you'd said about 6 months ago, look at those players, you'd say, yeah, Mbeumo, Cunha, Premier League experience. Oh, Šeško's not looking good. He's looking expensive. Lamans, I've not really heard of him, as Peter Schmeichel might have said, obviously. It's almost a mixed bag. But now you're looking at it with a little bit of change and a bit of confidence and all that's going on at Manchester United at the moment, and all of a sudden, all of those signings look as if they're on the money. So just shows you how it's changed. But I go back to it saying he wasn't necessarily... He was probably bought for the future and to see if he can develop and all the rest of it. He was almost thrown in because not really happy with what's going on in the first, in that position. So, and I don't think he came in with everybody thinking, yes, this is the new kid on the block. This fella's going to be brilliant. It was like, we're going to have to give him a go. We're not really happy with what we are at the moment. So fair play to him. He's grabbed that chance with both hands, and he's making that position his own now.
With him and the three who combined for the goal, I mean, Manchester United's recruitment has either battering, hasn't it, over the last few seasons? I mean, we need to point out the success at the moment of those four names and the influence they've had tonight in this season. Yeah,
of course, and I think that, it's been a difficult time for the club with recruitment. With the players that they brought in, still there was questions over them, but they were the ones that you were saying, well, they are doing things in the games and they were creating, not as much as what they have done now. And, when you're having that creativity in the team and you're being more and more influential, and you look at the three, like we spoke about, that were involved in the goal, they were fantastic. And, the way that they find each other with the passes, the way that, they get the team up the pitch at times with the counter-attack, then, it's got to be done. And, they have been a breath of fresh air since they've come in, and like you say, the recruitment team do have to take some credit for that.
Well, talking of the fresh air and breathing it in, Micheil Carrick has done that, no question about it. Yet to lose, 5 wins out of 6, and that draw at West Ham. All 3 points tonight, and here is what he thinks about it all.
Well, Michael, a hard-earned victory tonight. How pleased are you with that performance and that result?
It certainly was, yeah. We had to do a lot of work tonight. Credit to Everton, they made it difficult. They made us defend our box with a lot of corners at times, but I thought the spirit, the way we defended as a team around the box was top class, and in the end the clean sheet has got us a result. Fantastic goal, great breakaway, good finish from Ben. We can play better than that. We can play a lot better in certain aspects, but at the same time it was really pleasing to come away from home and win 1-0.
So much to talk about with the goal. Let's start with Benjamin Šeško. He's done it again.
Great finish. It was a really kind of ruthless finish. I like the way he put it away with real confidence, and great play from Mateus and Brian to set it up, and we're dangerous on the break, obviously. We can do that, and we've got the players to be able to do that. But delighted for Ben again, coming on and making a difference for us. Was a big impact again.
Yeah, we've got to dive into that ball from Mateus Cunha, because it's not an assist because Mbeumo gets the assist, but my word, he created that goal.
Fantastic, yeah, from deep. He had to do a bit of defending, especially second half, Mateus, and he did it really well. And put myself in a position to get hold of the ball and create that transition. And it was some pass over the top, and then obviously the next couple of bits Brian and Ben finished it off. But I just think we needed a whole team performance in terms of the pressure Everton ended up putting us under at times, and we needed everyone to defend, and the boys did that. And if you do that, you get your rewards, because we've got dangerous players.
And so much of that pressure came on your goalkeeper, Senna Lormans, from corners, as you say, but a couple of great saves as well. One from Michael Keane.
Yeah, made a couple really good saves. I thought he just looked really calm and composed, and in a tough environment, to be honest. And a lot of corners coming in under his crossbar, a lot of bodies, and he didn't really get flustered, and took some really good catches and good clean hands, and just takes this thing out of the game. And he was immense for us tonight.
And you're up to fourth, still unbeaten in your second spell as caretaker manager here. How pleased are you with the way it's going? It couldn't really have gone any better so far for you, Michael, could it? I'm
certainly delighted with the result and the spirit and the boys showing to dig deep and sacrificing for each other, and that gives me a lot of encouragement for us moving forward. Results-wise, it's been good. I think there's still so much to come from us, and in a real positive way. So let's look forward to the games coming up.
Won't be the day when he gets carried away with 3 points. We know him with that. But it's worth pointing out, under the two spells, he's yet to lose a game at Manchester United.
Well, that's all he's got to keep doing, basically. He's just got to keep winning games.
What happens if he does, Ash?
For me, if he keeps doing that, he gets the job. It's that simple for me. He's come in, he gives the players the confidence to go out and play. He's got fans singing again. He's got fans hoping. He's got a team up into fourth, 3 points off Aston Villa. If this keeps going that way, I can't see the club, and I don't think the club should turn in any other way, because I think he's got it right. He knows that, they can play better. We saw tonight in the first half they wasn't as good as what they can be. Of course he wants to get to a point of where, like Mo said, that they want to dominate teams. But right now they're not able to do that. They're playing more on the counter attack. But when it's finishing off like they have done tonight, why wouldn't you give him the job?
What about the other side of the story, and David Moyes and Everton and this problem at home this evening?
That's the thing. I think that's. It's a big problem. I said about it before that your home form is massive, especially in this division. If you're looking at, Everton in ninth position, and, they're looking at, the manager's saying that to get into the European places, the club as a whole, when you're at that club, when you play for that club, the size of the club. The club's been in Europe before, so they want to get back to there. But when your home form's not going as well as what it has done this season, it could be, it's becoming a problem. And, if you're playing away from home and you're playing with more confidence and you can't get that balance right between home form and away form, then, it can become your sticking point. So they've just got to find a way of getting a right result at home, and, whichever way you can do that, they just need the 3 points at home.
OK, let's see what their manager thought of that defeat. Here he is, David Moyes.
David, despite the scoreline, are you relatively happy with what you saw out there?
Well, I'm not happy with the scoreline, that's for sure, because you have to win games if you're going to keep moving on, and we've not been doing that quite as much as we'd like to do, especially here. But performance-wise, we've lost narrowly 1-0 to Manchester United. We narrowly beat them 1-0 at Old Trafford. So the early part of the season, we were the ones who were celebrating. They're the ones tonight. So I generally think that we done very well in lots of bits. We get done with on the counter attack, and they ran away and they got the one goal which was there. But I thought we put in great effort to try and get the goal, but just lacked the quality maybe to make that goal count.
Was it a lack of concentration as well that led to their goal, because you were on top in that spell? Yeah,
I think we were. I've had a look at it. We've got our midfield player crossing the ball in the box. We've got our left back in. We just weren't organised well enough off the ball. I have to praise them for their quick attack, but no, we knew that was the case. We'd seen them doing it recently. Man United have been doing it very well. They've got forward players who have got that ability to run away fast and make chances. and in most of the game we had controlled it pretty well. But at one moment we had switched off, and it gave them that opportunity.
And United are back to winning ways. 5 wins out of 6. This is he is building quite the compelling case, isn't he, Micheil Carrick? And his support, I would imagine, is growing by the week to take permanent control of Manchester United. What would you say to that, Edwin? We talked about them winning in different ways. Is that what they had to do this evening?
Yeah, I think yes. I think what Jamie already said, like the first half was not great from both teams. Really poor. Second half, Everton I think started on the bright foot. They on the front foot. They were really pressing a little bit, and then he brought on Sesko and actually maybe I think it's the only chance. Maybe just a couple of minutes before the end, Sesko had another one. So 1-on-1 that Pickford saved. But I think they were under pressure. I think Everton threw everything what they had towards Man United. They stood firm, stood calm, and got the win over the finish line.
Here he is then, the man himself, Micheil Carrick, with Juliet Ferrington.
Michael, your keeper told us that it wasn't the prettiest, but you're going to take that, aren't you, and the clean sheet that came with it?
Yeah, without doubt. I think there's games when you have to do that and show different sides to the game, really. And I kind of expected, we had the first 4 games where the first, obviously, 4 wins in a row and some really good performances in there. And I kind of expected a little bit of a kind of period where we would have to find ourselves a little bit and find results. And what we did it to a point at West Ham, and we had to do it today. And that spirit, that sacrifice, that willingness to work for each other and as a team, I think the way we had to defend the box for the last spell of the game, everybody playing their part, and in the end a clean sheet, fantastic, and a great win for us. The fact that you hadn't played for a while, did that affect the performance at all? It was a bit of a slog, wasn't it? It was. It didn't really come easy for us tonight. It's a tough. I came to Everton for a long time, and when we come over here, it's always tough. And so I've never had an easy game. I've never had a game where it's all clicked. I don't think I can remember. So we expected a tough one tonight. Listen, when we played our last game is what it is, But the lads have trained really well actually, and we came in looking and feeling good about the game. It just was one of those nights for us, and it was a bit of a. We had to dig deep. It was a bit of a struggle at times, but sometimes they're the best ones to win. You used the word click there. 3 summer signings, they all clicked, didn't they, for the goal? Yeah, it was a great move. We know we're capable of that. I think we've got players that can do that, and if we defend as a team and we put the work in, then we always feel we got a chance. The clean sheet was just as important as the goal, but it was a fabulous goal, brilliant from Mateus, defending well, changing in the transition, and Brian picks out the pass, and for Ben it's just a really confident, strong finish, which I liked. It was fantastic, delighted for him again. He's made an impact again, and he keeps doing it. And what kind of impact is he going to make going forward? Has he done enough for you to maybe have a think about perhaps starting him from the top? Yeah, listen, Ben's in a good place at the moment, and we've had some really good talks about it. And patience is one thing for him, and building him and help him grow as a player and development as a player here. And he's patient, and he understands that. He's going to be a big player for us for a long period of time. I'm sure of that. And so we got to manage that. We got some really good forward players, and he's made a big difference for us when he's been on the pitch. But that's obviously decisions as we move forward. But the balance has been good with the forward players, so we need to continue that. Well, you're definitely in a good place. Thank you, Michael. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Yeah, giving praise to Benjamin Sesko. If we think back to when Micheil Carrick came in, we were talking about could Manchester United finish in the Champions League places. That was the question then. The question now has got to change, hasn't it, to how high actually can Manchester United finish if this continues?
Okay, the top 2, that's out of reach. But I think the main thing for Man United to finish in the top 4, top 5, get that Champions League football, get some more results in March. I think there's some periods in between, of course, not out of the cup, no international football. So he has time to work on the formation on the training ground at Carrington, and let's hope the form of the team is
is growing all the time. Clicking, of course, there's demand for places. The question of the journalists are now coming, of course, even stronger. Does Šeško need a starting position? Perhaps, but at the moment, he's picking the right numbers and the right names for the team. It's good also with injuries, injury-wise. Okay, Martinez, I think Jora played also his part in the game tonight. So players are getting their chances, and hopefully the success will be there.
It's working, isn't it? The decisions, the timing of the substitutions. How do you see that race for Champions League football now?
I think Manchester United are virtually a guarantee in that position, because Aston Villa are going to have... Well, Aston Villa look like they're dropping points at the moment. They've got still the European football on a Thursday night as well, so a lot of Thursday, Sunday. Liverpool and Chelsea are both still in Champions League, and they've got FA Cup as well, and will want to do well in at least one of those competitions and go at least to sort of semi-final and final. And I can't see Manchester United not making it.
There you go.
Mind games. No, I do believe
I'm sure they're hanging on for every word.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll get into your heads all right.
You'll see them again on Sunday against Crystal Palace. 2 o'clock, one of 3 games kicking off at 2 on Sunday, Sky Sports main event.